Hey, it's Lisa popping in from In Balance Pilates.
And I'm Karen from the Opticom Visual Stress Clinic here in Ottawa. Happy to have you here today.
Yes, thank you guys for tuning in. Remember, if you're watching on YouTube, remember to subscribe to our channel, Concussions Anonymous. That would be amazing. You can always share out the channel. And if there's any shows that you've gotten any value out of, please feel free to share those. It would be very much appreciated.
Yes, and comment on them as well so that we can get back to you with maybe answer some questions when you've seen them. So yes, please, if you subscribe, then when we put up new videos and when we put up comments, you'll get notified of that.
Yes,
So
you'll be the first to be notified, and you can stay up to date with everything going on.
So we're going to say welcome to the new season because we both had a summer break. Our first season, we put up maybe, 5 videos? I don't actually remember, but it seems like a lot more than that. And we're hoping to have a good full fall and winter season with hopefully getting one up once a week and helping you through your concussion rehabilitation.
Yes, helping you on your concussion journey. I don't know about you, but I had an amazing summer. My husband was like, that was the best summer he'd ever had. That's what he told me.
Good.
And yeah, we had an amazing summer. We spent a lot of it in Sandbanks with my dad. And yeah, it was just awesome. I hope you had a good one here.
We did a little bit of renovating in our backyard. So we spent a lot of time at home. We didn't take a summer vacation. We actually canceled it at the beginning of the summer and spent a lot of time at home fixing up our backyard pasha spot.
Oh, nice. Well, so it can be so short here, so you have to
that's true.
maximize all the summer fun for sure.
However, we want to talk a little bit about summer and concussions. Concussions do not take a summer vacation. So we imagine that, like many of the people we communicate with, summer's not necessarily an easy time. It's not, even because you're not going into the office, maybe you've taken a summer vacation, it's a lot of work and it's a lot of strain and there's a lot of stress involved. So hopefully if you went to weddings or funerals, God forbid, or showers, whatever kind of events, holiday trips with family.
Any of your big socializing, even traveling, having to travel in the car, even being home with your kids full time, right? If you're used to a quiet day and then the house is a bit busier, that can even, just
So last season, we did have videos on pacing, driving, and getting to events. Sort of, we gave hints and tips on how to deal with those events and how to deal with being on the road and out in social. So take a look at those videos if you haven't to help you with maybe some of your fall events coming up. What else I want to say about summer? Yes, summertime is very bright. There's a lot of sun. There's a lot of reflection off water. There are leaves on the trees and the sun coming through those leaves on the trees. Even though it might be great for someone non-concussion to lie under a tree and look up at the sky and have the leaves moving, that can be a serious trigger for people with concussion. So Cottage Life,
maybe heat for some people. I don't know if you have a lot of clients that the heat just really bothers them. And
the bird songs in the morning early, that high-pitched sound can be a real trigger. But the idea being that summer's supposed to be a time to relax and go to the cottage. You might have been surprised if this was your first summer with a concussion, how uncomfortable it was, say at the cottage or at some of these events.
Or just the sadness and depression that can come from the whole pacing and having to say no to certain things, or if there's certain activities that you just can't handle right now for a wide variety of reasons. Just the social impact
pool parties, barbecues,
social impact of having to say no and having to have people or the family members understand maybe why you can't make it to that certain event. That brings with it a whole bunch of social stress and just stressors that you have to work through. So
summertime, you think break, happy, relax, may not necessarily have been so we're sorry about that, and hopefully some of the things we've
hopefully you were able to just really enjoy nature and being in the moment, right? Being in the moment, being in nature, getting off our phones, just like taking it easy, slowing down.
That reminds me, some of the topics we have coming up in the next season, one of them was, I was inspired by it as I was walking in the woods one morning and I saw 2 trees had been affected by the tornado, and I thought of resilience and flexibility as really important topics to talk about. So we're going to use that as a starting point for one of the topics we're going to talk about coming up. Another one we have is back to school.
Yes, we have a whole segment on back to school. Lots of people going through lots of things with back to school, whether it's yourself with concussion, teachers getting educated, and parents, right? So yeah, that's a whole
Yeah,
lot going on there.
it's the classroom is a real trigger environment. It's got the fluorescent lights, it has all the movement, it has the glare and shine. So we'll have a full episode on that.
Back to school.
Back to school. Auditory.
Yes.
Stress. So, as many of you know, my company, Opticom Visual Stress Solutions, it's about the visual triggers in our environment, but the auditory triggers in the environment are also something.
The ringing in the ears.
Yeah, the tinnitus, the hypersensitivity to sound, the pain that comes from that.
Startled by noises that you're not, like it's a certain level of startle that's just,
Right, so we will have a full episode on that.
Mm-hmm.
I've met with some auditory specialists and we'll be bringing that information to you. And hopefully we're going to get into interviewing some of these people, because this woman, I spent a good hour and a half with her yesterday in Elmont. I was doing a presentation.
It's so pretty there too.
Gorgeous.
Yeah.
I was doing a presentation to the Elmont Hospital on visual stress and how they can help their stroke patients and a lot of their rehab patients.
Yeah.
And so I stopped in at this auditory clinic, hearing clinic, and excellent visit. And then across the street at the chiropractor, because they're all sending me to each other. We do get referrals from all of these specialists, but I hadn't been out to Elmont to meet people out there. So auditory, what else?
We've got a whole segment on motivation.
Right.
And how to, a whole segment on motivation. So lots
Things
of fun
like
things in that.
Music that you might listen to that gives you that push to work through something.
Affirmations, we're going to have you having sticky notes all over your house.
Certain motivational statements that you might have.
Yep.
What we'd like to do is we're going to ask you right now if you could send us your motivational statements, your music that has that theme of
yes, what's your hype song right now?
Yeah.
What's your cheer song right now? We want to know.
We'll make sure to include a playlist, and I was even thinking of doing a video playlist on YouTube with these songs. I have a lot of songs that I use in my fitness regime that just make me push it a little bit harder.
Music is so motivating.
And there's actually research, so we will have a lot of that information on our motivation show.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, we're excited for that one. But summer was great with that. I did a lot of I have a survey out right now, and if any of you are interested in doing it, thank you so much to the people that have
you've had quite a lot of responses.
Yeah, it's been really great. So it's all about just helping me serve my post-concussion clients better. And just getting more resources out to you, people that need it. So that's been great.
Yeah.
I'll link that form, that questionnaire in the show notes here, because I'm still taking responses for that.
So that was your summertime research project.
Yep. My course. I also did that Go Team Academy course with that I had talked about back in May. I started it in May, so that was with Nicole Arbor, who had concussion, and she's a comedian here in Canada, an actress, and then Danelle Delgado, business entrepreneur in Colorado. So my summer school
took some courses.
It was awesome. Yeah,
I didn't have a chance to take any courses, but I did do a research project here in the clinic. Great to have summer student help. What we did is we have over the years we've been doing this, so 2012 until 2019, we've done little data sets where we've grabbed a certain group of customers, specifically concussion and then specifically learning difficulties, and we've taken little subsets of our clients and we've done little snapshots of what's going on. In total, the 5 different subsets that we've done this for, we have over 250 clients. 135 of them were concussion. And I put it together into a paper that I took to the Ottawa Rehab Center. And Dr. Marshall there, who's in charge of research, says it looks like we have enough of a case to make for a formal research study.
Oh, wow.
That visual stress is often coexistent with concussion. It's all the visual symptoms you have of headache and light sensitivity and pattern sensitivity and all these issues that come often hand in hand with concussion, unfortunately. That what we're doing here at the clinic is making a big difference, and our average reading improvement, we'll do a whole session on this, because I think it's really important that people with concussion understand that this is our main client base. We'll talk about what kind of results we're getting, what kind of tools we use for people, and what kinds of insurance are covering what we do, because it's now motor vehicle, Blue Cross, Great West Life Disability, WSIB. So every day we have clients coming in here who are covered by insurance. but over half of our clients are still coming out of pocket, which is great because they understand that this is something that makes a difference.
Right.
So
That's
that'll
really
be another
good.
topic. We might as well do
Yeah.
one on visual stress
Yeah.
for you as well. Is that our list here? So we're really excited. We had a great start. This was a fun idea for the two of us putting this together. Thank you to Sarah Roberts for getting us started and having us meet each other and do her
being
show.
on Real Talk with Sarah, that was great.
Yeah, and we really enjoyed learning the whole YouTube way of life and Facebook, and we've got
being a
people
little
on,
more social on social.
Yeah, we've got people on board helping us behind the scenes, getting the videos put together and all that. So
and thank you to you guys for sharing
Yes.
and just watching and giving us feedback. And
it's
it
helped
was
build
really
our new
funny.
session.
It was funny. I just put a post one time in the summer saying one of our guests was going to be my husband, but he's just periodically for the moment.
Is he
should I
camera
say
shy?
chicken out? Well, he sees the amount of messages we get with people reaching out, commenting on feedback,
He
and
doesn't
asking
want all that
questions,
social?
and he's like, "There's that many people that are watching it."
That's a good thing. We want more of you.
So we'll get him here one
Yeah,
day.
well, that'd be good.
Yeah.
Actually, talking about Facebook and social media, we saw a post this morning. We're both on various Facebook
Yeah, some of the mom
around town.
groups.
And one of them was talking about vestibular issues and her problems. And it's amazing how many people are pitching into this conversation that we were happy to be able to link them.
We shared our one segment we did on
vestibular issues, balance, just dizziness.
And I mean, that can be scary. Like if you wake up one night in the middle of the night and you are unsure as to why you suddenly don't have balance, the room is spinning, you know what I mean? It can be, definitely your mind can race to all the possible horrible things that it could be. And
if you don't know about some of these things, and your specialists, not all of them know about all these different vestibular conditions, you might go undiagnosed and untreated. I think, well, that was part of the story in the video, was my story. And there are many people out there with saying, oh, it'll go away in a few weeks. Well, no, we can make it go away tomorrow. You need to see a specialist, and this is all detailed in that video. So it's really great to be in the sort of social media network, that we have that opportunity to add our bit, and it's a valuable bit that we can help people with.
And that also leads into one of the segments that we're going to do, just in terms of talking about when you have had a concussion, and if it's something that you've been dealing with for a year, 2 years, 3 years, however long, sometimes when other health things creep up, sometimes we can be very quick to dismiss them or not get help for them because we've been dealing with something that maybe we haven't got a lot of help from, or we haven't got to the bottom of. So it's easy to kind of give up on, I'll just put off that shoulder injury, which is what I just did with a foot injury, because, so same thing. Sometimes you just think, oh, well, I'll get through this, or we can whatever, and it's just, that's a whole other ball game of just you, even though you've had a brain injury and maybe it's taken a really long time to get symptoms simmered down and improved, don't give up on yourself. Don't give up on
Pay attention to those other things. And what's interesting is, as one symptom is taken care of, the other symptoms make themselves known. You may have been not ignoring it, but maybe not as focused on it or as aware of it because of the other more powerful symptom. Definitely. Once you're healing from symptom A and B, well, now symptom C rears its ugly head, and you're like, oh yeah, that's been there that whole time. Why didn't I deal with it? Well, I was dealing with the others, but now please continue on with your therapies. So
exactly.
So that's pretty
So
exciting.
we're excited. And as always, if you'd like to be on the show, please get in touch with us. We'd like to have you as a guest. We'd love for you to share your story, or if you're a practitioner and you just want to get the word out.
We'll probably be reaching
clinic.
out to a lot of the practitioners this next season, but and we'll be taking it off site. So you might be going and doing the vestibular physiotherapist, and I'll be going and doing the auditory specialist in their clinics. So I think it'll make it a more valuable show, and we look forward to next time we have to talk to you.
Excellent.
Okay. Goodbye from Karen at Opticom Visual Stress Clinic,
and bye from Lisa Cara at Inbalance Pilates.